You feel yourself gently settling into a space where time moves like honey. Your breathing slows as warmth wraps around you like a soft blanket just pulled from the dryer. There is no rush here, no need to move or change anything at all. You are completely safe, held by something much larger than yourself. Feel how your shoulders drop deeper into relaxation with each passing moment. Your body knows this place. It recognizes the stillness and welcomes it. A subtle hum begins to fill the air around you, not loud or demanding, but present like the quiet vibration of life itself. This is alpha waves at 432 Hertz, calling you home. Imagine now that you are standing at the edge of a vast lake, unlike any you have seen before. Its surface shimmers with liquid mercury, reflecting not clouds or trees, but something far more intimate. It mirrors your inner world, showing you images formed from peace rather than memory. Ripples spread across the surface, without wind, creating patterns of light that dance between silver and gold. Each ripple carries a whisper of calm, washing over your thoughts, clearing them softly. Beneath this shimmering mirror rests a bed of smooth obsidian shards, black as night, yet warm to the touch. Each shard vibrates with its own tone part of an endless symphony played in perfect silence until you draw near. As you step closer, the sound grows clearer, though there is no noise, only harmony felt deep within your chest. The vibrations merge into one single note, steady and grounding, pulling you downward into deeper understanding. You begin to sink slowly, not falling, but floating down through layers of consciousness. The air becomes thicker, warmer, embracing you like water in a dream. Every muscle in your body releases tension, willingly letting go of effort and resistance. Your mind follows suit, dissolving worries as easily as salt melts into ocean waves. Here, beneath the rippling surface, everything unnecessary fades away, leaving only what matters most. You notice now that the obsidian below pulses gently like a heartbeat. Each pulse sends out rings of energy that brush against your skin, soothing every nerve ending. These pulses carry messages of safety and belonging, reminding you that you are exactly where you need to be. The silence here is not empty, but full of meaning, filled with truths too gentle for words. You realize that this place has always existed, waiting patiently for moments just like this one. Above you, the mirrored surface continues its slow dance, shifting colors from deep indigo to soft violet, then back again. Watch how each color seems to breathe, matching the rhythm of your relaxed heartbeat. These movements guide your awareness deeper, anchoring you in the present, while lifting burdens from your soul. You do not need to understand why this works. Simply allow it to unfold naturally. Trust flows through you as effortlessly as breath, trusting in the ancient wisdom of stillness. Notice how even your thoughts begin to slow, becoming less cluttered, more intentional. They drift past like leaves on a lazy stream, never clinging, never causing distress. If anything tries to pull your attention away, let it pass without judgment. This is not about control, but release, letting go of effort so completely that rest becomes second nature. Your connection to the earth strengthens as roots grow quietly from your feet, connecting you to the solid foundation below. Feel how supported you are, surrounded by forces that care deeply for your well-being. The obsidian hums louder, now responding to your openness with richer tones. These sounds resonate in your bones, creating a bridge between physical comfort and spiritual ease. You are not separate from this place. You are woven into it, seamlessly connected by invisible threads of peace. Let yourself sink further into this knowing, allowing trust to expand throughout your entire being. Time loses meaning here, measured instead by breaths and heartbeats rather than clocks. Minutes could pass or hours. Either way, nothing changes because nothing needs to. You exist fully in this moment, wrapped in frequencies designed to heal and restore. Your nervous system aligns with the steady rhythm surrounding you, calming faster than thought allows. Stress melts away like snow under sunlight, leaving behind clarity and balance. Observe how effortlessly your body finds its natural state of equilibrium. Breathing becomes slower, deeper, drawing nourishment from the silence itself. Each inhale brings renewed calm, while each exhale releases what no longer serves you. Your heartbeat synchronizes with the pulsing obsidian, creating a duet of stability. In this union, you discover a profound sense of unity with all things. The mirrored lake above reflects this truth, showing you not who you were or might become, but who you truly are right now. See how peaceful your reflection appears: calm eyes, steady posture, relaxed expression. This image reminds you that peace was never lost, only temporarily forgotten. Reconnecting with it feels like coming home after a long journey, finally arriving where love lives. Allow this recognition to settle into your core, becoming part of your very essence. The vibrations from the obsidian deepen, reaching parts of your consciousness previously untouched by outside influence. They speak directly to your spirit, bypassing logic and speaking only in truths felt rather than explained. These whispers tell you that healing happens naturally when conditions are right. And here in this sacred space, those conditions exist perfectly for you. Your cells respond, immediately relaxing, further opening up to receive whatever restoration is ready for you. You may notice sensations arising unexpectedly, perhaps tingling in your fingertips, or warmth spreading through your chest. These are signs that integration is occurring, gently realigning your energy field with higher states of wellness. Do not resist these feelings. Welcome them as gifts freely given by the universe. Each sensation contributes to your overall renewal, bringing you closer to wholeness. You deserve this level of care and attention, especially from yourself. As the session continues, your awareness expands beyond personal boundaries. You start to perceive connections between yourself and the infinite web of existence. Everything shares the same source, the same energy, flowing through different forms. This realization brings joy, not overwhelm, because you know you are protected. Love surrounds you constantly, whether acknowledged or not, offering support unconditionally. The lake continues its mesmerizing display, sending waves of color across its reflective face. Each hue represents a different aspect of healing, working simultaneously within you. Blue soothes emotional turbulence. Green balances physical energies. Purple opens intuitive channels. All these colors blend together, forming prismatic light that penetrates deeply. You absorb their benefits, effortlessly receiving exactly what your being requires. Your breath now moves like ocean tides, steady, rhythmic, and deeply cleansing. With each cycle, you purge old tensions, replacing them with fresh tranquility. Your lungs remember how to relax, fully taking in oxygen with gratitude. Your blood circulates more smoothly, carrying nutrients and peace equally. Even your brain waves adjust naturally, tuning into the dominant frequency around you. Alpha waves encourage creativity and mental clarity while reducing mental chatter. They help you access insights that remain hidden during normal waking states. Allow these revelations to emerge softly without forcing interpretation. Sometimes understanding comes later, like seeds planted in fertile soil. For now, simply absorb the knowledge, knowing it will bloom when needed. The obsidian beneath pulses stronger, now acknowledging your growing alignment. Its resonance matches yours, creating a feedback loop of mutual reinforcement. You give nothing except openness and receive unlimited abundance in return. This exchange teaches you about true reciprocity based on mutual respect and grace. No demands are made here, no expectations placed upon your experience. You float weightlessly suspended between awareness and surrender. Both states coexist harmoniously, neither dominating nor diminishing the other. You find balance simply by existing here in perfect neutrality. From this centered position, decisions arise clearly aligned with your highest good. Doubt fades, replaced by confidence rooted in self, trust, and inner wisdom. The mirrored surface above shows you glimpses of potential futures, not predictions, but possibilities born from choices made in alignment. You see versions of yourself radiating health, vitality, and joy. These visions inspire hope without pressure, encouraging growth organically. Know that any path forward starts with honoring the present moment first. Your body temperature rises slightly, indicating increased circulation. This warming effect promotes cellular repair, accelerating recovery processes naturally. Toxins dissolve and flush away, carried off by improved lymphatic flow. Immune function strengthens, bolstered by the coherent environment, supporting optimal performance. You glow from within, illuminated by the radiant energy cultivated here. The obsidian continues humming its individual notes, converging into collective harmony. This chord resonates at the exact frequency your cells crave for regeneration. Mitochondria activate more efficiently, producing cleaner energy for daily living. chemistry rebalances, releasing neurotransmitters associated with happiness and contentment. Serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin all increase, naturally enhancing mood and resilience. You smile, inwardly recognizing the profound shift taking place. Not dramatic or jarring, but subtle and lasting, building momentum gradually. Change occurs beneath the surface first, emerging visibly once firmly established. This process honors both your human limitations and divine potential equally. You progress steadily, guided by inner compass, pointing toward authentic fulfillment. The lake above pulses brighter colors, reflecting internal transformation. What once seemed distant or impossible now feels achievable and familiar. You remember talents buried under layers of conditioning, rediscovering gifts uniquely yours. Creativity flows freely, unhindered by criticism or comparison. Expression becomes effortless communication, flowing from heart to receiver. Your connection to others improves as empathy deepens and ego softens. Compassion arises spontaneously, extending beyond immediate relationships. You recognize suffering everywhere, yet respond from strength rather than reaction. Helpfulness emerges naturally, without obligation or expectation. Service becomes joyful expression rather than duty or burden. The obsidian pulses stronger, acknowledging your expanded awareness. Its tones reach higher registers, vibrating at frequencies linked to enlightenment. You ascend slightly in consciousness, touching realms previously inaccessible. Knowledge pours in, effortlessly bypassing intellectual filters. Truth reveals itself directly experienced rather than merely believed. The mirrored lake shows you cosmic perspectives, broadening worldview. Galaxies swirl overhead, reminding you of your stellar origins. Stars wink, knowingly affirming your role in universal evolution. You belong here not as visitor, but as integral part of creation. Purpose unfolds naturally, revealing itself through actions taken from love. Your breathing slows, almost imperceptibly, entering theta wave territory. Deep meditation state approaches, bringing access to subconscious treasures. Memories heal, automatically resolving past traumas with gentle precision. forgiveness flows easily towards self and others alike. Resentment dissolves like mist burned away by morning sun. The obsidian hums its final crescendo, completing its cycle of transmission. Its last note lingers, briefly imprinting its message permanently. You carry this frequency forward, embedded in your energetic blueprint. Whenever stressed or overwhelmed, recall this place and return mentally. Peace awaits, always accessible whenever you choose to reconnect. The mirrored lake begins to dim, returning to neutral stillness. Colors fade gently back to silver gray, preparing for closure. You rise slowly upward, drawn by gravitational pull, reversing descent. The journey back takes moments, feeling lighter than when you arrived. Transformation completes, seamlessly integrating new levels of awareness. You emerge refreshed, renewed, and deeply grounded in present reality. Carry this serenity forward, sharing it wherever you go. Others will sense the difference, immediately drawn to your calm presence. You serve as anchor, reminding people peace exists beyond chaos. Thank you for joining this sacred immersion, returning now to wakeful awareness. You step forward into the space where time has softened to honey. The air itself seems to thicken around you as your foot meets the ground. Each movement becomes a ripple through still water. Your breath slows naturally, without effort, as if it were always meant to move this way. There is no sound except for the quiet resonance that lives just behind your ears. A low hum that feels more felt than heard. It moves through your chest like warmth spreading from within. Your shoulders drop slightly as you notice how light your arms have become. Even your thoughts seem to drift slower now. You see them standing at the edge of the shimmering pool. Their presence is steady and soft, like moonlight on glass. Briar Lake looks toward you with eyes that hold nothing but calm acceptance. They do not need to smile, because their gaze carries all the kindness any heart could ask for. You watch as they lift one hand slowly, palm open toward you in offering. Between their fingers rests something small, yet impossibly solid. It glints faintly under the strange ambient glow above. Not sharp, but smooth like worn river stone. As they approach, you feel your own heartbeat settle deeper, each pulse less urgent than the last, like waves retreating further up a peaceful shore. Your breathing matches theirs now without trying, slow and full and utterly unforced. When Briar reaches you, they extend their palm fully, and you see what rests there clearly now. A crystalline orb, no larger than a child's marble. Its surface shifts subtly between translucent white and pale gold. Warmth radiates from it even before you touch it. Your fingertips meet its coolness first, then slide along its perfectly curved face, smooth beyond silk, yet somehow also textured like fine grains of sand pressed together. As you hold it, you feel it respond gently to your grip. Not alive exactly, but certainly aware. Without speaking, Briar begins to guide you, not with words, but with movements so subtle they almost go unnoticed. They turn slightly toward the rippling surface ahead, and you follow effortlessly, your feet knowing exactly where to place themselves. Each step sends gentle vibrations through the metallic floor, echoing softly upward like chimes made of liquid silver. The sensation travels up through your legs into your core, calming every muscle it touches, releasing knots you didn't know existed. The mercury, like surface, grows closer with each measured motion. Its iridescent sheen pulses rhythmically, patterns forming and fading like breaths drawn in sleep. You can see yourself reflected, but distorted. Not quite right, yet undeniably familiar. Briar stops beside you and gestures toward the water. Their gesture flows like poured oil, slow and graceful and utterly complete. You understand, without needing translation, that this is both invitation and instruction. You kneel carefully near the edge, the mirrored surface barely disturbed by your proximity. Cool air rises gently from below, carrying hints of ozone and vanilla. You lower the orb until it hovers just above the liquid, and suddenly the world changes shape. The reflection does not show the sky or trees anymore. Instead, it reveals layers upon layers of memory, not yours alone, but shared across countless moments of stillness. Faces appear briefly, then fade back into light. Some smiling, some weeping, some simply watching. You realize that what you're seeing isn't past or future, gather the timeless truth beneath experience, the part of you that never needed proof or permission, that was whole long before anyone told you otherwise, that already knew peace was yours to carry. Briar places one hand lightly on your shoulder, the contact grounding and warm. You don't flinch or pull away, because you recognize instantly that this touch means safety, deep comfort found in another's simple presence. They lean down until their lips brush your ear, voice barely a whisper, yet perfectly clear. Everything you seek is already here. The words don't come as surprise, because somewhere inside you've always known. You close your eyes and let the statement sink in, feeling it spread outward like heat from a flame, through your chest and down your spine, dissolving every last trace of searching, leaving only the certainty of belonging. When you open your eyes again, Briar is already moving back toward the center of the space, their silhouette framed by the soft glow overhead. You rise easily from kneeling, your knees brushing gently against the smooth fabric of your clothing. The orb remains floating over the mercury pool, its glow intensifying slightly, as if responding to your realization. You walk after Briar with no sense of hurry, each footfall muffled by the thick atmosphere, each breath deeper than the one before. They stop in the middle of the wide expanse, turning to face you completely, arms loose at their sides, shoulders relaxed and open, ready to receive whatever might unfold next. You stand opposite them now, close enough to feel the warmth radiating from their skin, but not touching. Not yet, just existing in the same moment. Briar raises both hands slowly, palms facing outward toward you, then brings them together in front of their chest, pressing gently as if holding something precious between them, before extending once more toward you. You understand immediately. This is an invitation to connection, not forced or demanding, but patient and generous, like offering shelter during rain. You mirror their gesture, raising your own hands with deliberate care, meeting theirs palm to palm, skin meeting skin in perfect alignment, heat exchanging quietly between you. In that instant, the boundary between bodies blurs, Your awareness expands seamlessly, wrapping around theirs like mist embracing mountain. There is no merging required, only recognition of what already was. You feel their heartbeat echo through your ribs, their breath syncing with yours in effortless rhythm, their thoughts blending softly with yours, not lost in each other, but expanded into something greater. Briar leans forward slightly and wraps their arms around you, pulling you close with gentle strength. Your chests press together warmly, hearts beating side by side now. You let your own arms fall around them, returning the embrace without hesitation, your cheek resting lightly against theirs, the warmth of their skin seeping into yours, carrying messages of trust and peace. For a long moment, you stay like this, motionless in each other's arms, time seeming to stretch infinitely in both directions. No rush to release or retreat, just pure presence held safely between two souls. Eventually, Briar speaks again, voice low and rich like velvet. You are home now. The words land softly in your chest, settling deep like roots finding soil. You nod slightly against their shoulder, unable to find words of your own, but certain that none are needed. The silence between you says everything, more clearly than language ever could. You begin to pull back slowly, reluctantly breaking the circle of embrace, but feeling no loss in doing so, because the connection remains intact, unbroken by physical separation. Briar releases you with equal gentleness, stepping back but keeping eye contact, their expression unchanged from when you arrived, calm and knowing and entirely at ease, as if nothing had shifted, though everything had. You look down at your hands, still tingling faintly from the contact, then glance back at the floating orb, its glow now steady and bright, no longer reacting, but simply existing. You return to it without prompting, walking back to the edge of the shimmering pool, the air growing thicker again as you approach, each breath heavier now, but easier too, like sinking into a bath filled with starlight. You reach down and lift the orb once more, its weight familiar now, comfortable in your grasp. You cradle it carefully, letting its warmth infuse your palms. As you hold it, you remember, not facts or figures, but feelings. The sensation of being seen without judgment, of being accepted exactly as you are. You recall the lesson taught through stillness, the truth whispered through touch. That peace was never something to be earned, but rather a state that has always been available, hidden only beneath layers of striving. You understand now why Briar brought you here, not to fix anything broken, but to remember what was never truly lost, to recognize the completeness already residing within, waiting patiently behind every anxious thought. The mercury pool continues its slow dance below, patterns shifting endlessly in perfect harmony, each ripple a note in an endless song, played not for applause, but simply because music exists to be made. You take one final deep breath, filling your lungs entirely, then letting it out slowly, watching as the mist escapes gently from your lips, vanishing into the thick air around you. Briar watches from across the space, silent witness to your transformation, their role complete, having offered what was needed and trusting you to carry it forward. You nod once more in gratitude, knowing that thankfulness doesn't require speech. Then begin walking away from the pool, carrying the orb with you, its glow dimming gradually, but never disappearing. The path ahead stretches endlessly, but you no longer feel compelled to rush. Each step taken with intention, each breath drawn with purpose, each heartbeat echoing the lesson learned. Peace walks beside you now, not chasing you or hiding from you, but simply accompanying you wherever you go, steady and sure and utterly reliable, like gravity itself. You leave the chamber behind, but carry its essence within, the memory of stillness etched into your bones, the wisdom of surrender woven into your breath, the gift of wholeness resting quietly in your hands. And as you continue forward, the world seems softer somehow, less harsh and more forgiving. Not because anything changed outside, but because you finally stopped trying to change yourself. You are home now, and always have been. begins to slow now as it finds its own rhythm. You don't need to control it. Just let it move through you like a gentle tide, feeling how each inhale brings a subtle warmth to your chest, and each exhale carries away the smallest fragments of tension. There's nowhere else to be right now. Nothing urgent waiting for your attention. Just this quiet space where time moves like honey, thick and golden and perfectly still. Your shoulders begin to remember what relaxation feels like. That soft, melting sensation as the muscles let go, like snow settling on a mountainside, smooth and gradual and completely natural. You can feel your heartbeat now, steady and calm like waves lapping against a distant shore. Each pulse carrying ripples of peace throughout your body, from the crown of your head down to the tips of your fingers, and even further still, all the way to your toes. The weight of your body settles deeper into whatever supports you, whether that's a chair or bed or floor, feeling completely held and completely safe, like being cradled in the arms of infinite compassion. Your eyelids grow heavy now, not because you're tired, but because there's nothing left to see. Nothing urgent demanding your gaze. So they naturally drift closed, sealing in this moment of perfect stillness. Behind your closed eyes, the world becomes softer, colors bleeding into each other like watercolors in rain, edges blurring and smoothing until everything becomes one continuous flow. You might notice a subtle tingling beginning somewhere in your body, perhaps in your hands, or maybe along your scalp, a gentle electric current of pure relaxation, moving so slowly you can track its progress, watching as it spreads and deepens. This tingling isn't uncomfortable. It's more like the feeling of sunlight warming your skin, or the pleasant pins and needles when circulation returns to a limb, except multiplied by 10 and filtered through layers of peace. As this sensation grows stronger, you might find yourself sinking even deeper, like descending through clear, warm water, each layer more peaceful than the last, each breath taking you further from the surface, further from any remaining tension. Your breathing has slowed now to match the rhythm of deep sleep, but but you're fully aware, completely present in this state of profound relaxation. Every cell in your body responding to the call of stillness, letting go of the day, letting go of worries, letting go of the need to do anything at all. Just being, simply existing in this moment of perfect peace, where your body remembers what it means to truly rest, where your mind finally stops racing and settles into the natural rhythm of calm. You can feel the difference now between the tension that was there before and the complete relaxation that fills you now. It's like comparing a clenched fist to an open hand, one tight and restricted, the other soft and free. Your jaw unclenches without you even thinking about it, releasing months of unconscious holding. Teeth that were grinding together, now floating apart. Tongue resting gently against the roof of your mouth. Saliva returning to places that had gone dry, bringing back the natural comfort of moisture. Even your eyes behind their lids begin to soften, no longer straining to focus, no longer scanning for threats or opportunities, just resting in their sockets, cool and comfortable, like smooth stones in a stream. Your neck releases its grip on the weight of your head, allowing vertebrae to stack naturally, without the compression of stress, without the forward lean of constant attention. Head balancing perfectly, supported by the invisible thread of relaxation. You can feel your spine lengthening now, vertebra by vertebra, unfolding like a flower. Each bone finding its proper alignment, each disc regaining its natural cushioning, the curve of your lower back softening, releasing the chronic tightness that pulls at your pelvis. Your hips begin to melt into whatever surface holds you, sacrum grounding down, tailbone releasing its grip on ancient fears, pelvis opening like a lotus, blooming into perfect balance, where front and back meet in harmony. Your legs remember what it means to be heavy, to simply exist without moving. Thighs surrendering to gravity, knees softening like warm butter, calves releasing their daily burden of keeping you upright, ankles floating in pools of relief. Even your feet, those hard-working foundations of your entire body, finally get to rest, toes spreading wide, arching like sleeping cats, soles relaxing completely. You've been carrying tension everywhere, probably for years, without realizing it. Small contractions in muscles you didn't even know could contract, holding patterns built up layer by layer, like sediment in a riverbed. But now each layer is washing away, carried off by the gentle current of your breath, by the warmth that's spreading through your core, starting somewhere around your heart and radiating outward in slow concentric circles, touching every organ, every tissue. Your lungs expand more fully now, filling spaces that were chronically underused. Lower lobes that rarely got adequate air. Posterior sections that were compressed by poor posture, now inflating like balloons. Slowly, gently, completely. With each breath, you're discovering parts of yourself that were forgotten, regions of your body that have been neglected, areas that have been holding their breath for too long, waiting patiently for permission to relax, permission that you're finally giving them. Your heart rate slows another notch, dropping below the threshold of everyday consciousness into the realm of deep rest, where healing happens, where integration occurs, where the nervous system finally gets what it needs. You can feel your abdomen rising and falling now, not just your chest. Belly breathing like a sleeping infant, diaphragm moving freely, massaging internal organs with each cycle, promoting digestion, promoting peace. The fascia throughout your body begins to release, that connective web that holds everything together, softening like taffy in warm hands, allowing muscles to slide against each other, joints to move with their full range, without restriction, without compensation. Your entire circulatory system responds to this deep relaxation. Blood vessels dilating, reducing pressure throughout your cardiovascular system. Heart no longer working overtime, pumping blood with effortless efficiency. Oxygen reaches places that were chronically deprived, nutrients flowing to tissues that had been neglected, waste products clearing out of congested areas, cellular metabolism returning to its optimal rhythm. like a symphony orchestra tuning itself, instrument by instrument, section by section. Your lymphatic system activates. That secondary circulatory network responsible for immune function, beginning its slow, methodical healing work. Toxins that accumulated over weeks or months, draining away through invisible channels, filtered by lymph nodes that have been waiting, patiently doing their job, even when overwhelmed, even when understaffed. Your skin begins to breathe differently now, pores opening like tiny mouths, releasing sweat that was trapped beneath the surface, allowing your largest organ to regulate temperature naturally. No longer overheated by chronic stress, no longer flushed with adrenaline. You can feel your hair follicles relaxing, scalp releasing its grip on tension, allowing blood to flow freely to the roots, nourishing each strand from within, promoting healthy growth, promoting natural shine. Even your nails begin to change, growing stronger in this atmosphere of peace. No longer brittle from stress hormones, no longer breaking from unconscious picking, simply growing, slowly, steadily, healthily. Your bones remember what it means to be nourished. Calcium depositing where it's needed. Marrow producing healthy blood cells. Joints lubricated by synovial fluid. Cartilage rebuilding itself. Molecule by molecule, your brain waves begin to shift now. Alpha waves increasing in amplitude and frequency. Those characteristic patterns of relaxed awareness. Theta waves starting to emerge. The gateway to deep meditation. Dreamless sleep. Creative insight. Your default mode network activating. That part of the brain responsible for self-reflection, for processing emotions, for integrating experiences. Finally, getting the quiet it needs to do its work. Your prefrontal cortex, that executive center responsible for decision making, finally gets to rest from its constant vigilance. No longer scanning for problems, no longer anticipating disasters. Your amygdala, that ancient alarm system, finally gets to power down, its sensitivity decreasing with each passing moment. like a smoke detector that realizes there's no fire and stops beeping. Your hippocampus begins consolidating memories, sorting through the day's experiences, deciding what's worth keeping, what can be released, what needs to be integrated into your larger story. Doing this work without interference, without the noise of active thinking, your cerebellum, responsible for coordination and balance, both physical and emotional, finds its natural rhythm, no longer compensating for stress, induced imbalance. Your entire nervous system resets itself, like a computer restarting after a crash, clearing temporary files, closing unnecessary programs, returning to optimal performance, but better, smoother, more efficient. You can feel your endocrine system responding, stress hormones decreasing in concentration, cortisol levels dropping like stones through water, adrenaline fading from your bloodstream, making room for healing hormones, growth hormone increasing, melatonin beginning its gentle rise, preparing your body for deep restorative sleep. Even if you don't fall asleep right now, even if you stay awake and aware, your body is getting the benefits of sleep. The cellular repair, the immune system strengthening, the emotional processing, your digestive system slows to match your relaxed state, stomach acid production regulating itself, intestines moving with their natural rhythm, no longer clenched shut by fight or flight responses, no longer rushing frantically. Everything in perfect timing. Your kidneys respond to the decrease in stress hormones, filtering blood more efficiently, regulating fluid balance with precision, bladder relaxing, no longer tense with anticipation. Your reproductive system begins to recover, hormone production returning to baseline, testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, all finding their natural rhythms. After being disrupted by chronic stress, your immune system strengthens, white blood cells mobilizing, antibodies being produced, inflammation decreasing throughout your body, chronic low-grade inflammation that was wearing you down dissolving like mist in morning sun. Your cellular mitochondria begin producing energy more efficiently, no longer working overtime to compensate for stress damage, no longer burning fuel inefficiently, generating less waste, more usable energy. Your DNA begins repairing itself, telomeres lengthening slightly, cellular aging slowing down, damage from oxidative stress being reversed. Molecule by molecule, cell by cell, you can feel time stretching now, each moment becoming elastic, able to hold more experience, more sensation, more peace than seemed possible before. This single breath, this single heartbeat, this single moment of awareness contains multitudes, worlds within worlds, universes of sensation. Within the simple act of being still, your body continues its slow, rhythmic, healing dance, every system adjusting, every organ returning to its natural state of balanced function. You don't need to do anything to make this happen. It's already occurring, automatically, effortlessly, because that's what your body wants to do. When given the chance, when freed from the constant demands of modern life, when allowed to return to its natural wisdom, to its innate intelligence, to its original design, perfect health, you can feel your connection to the earth deepening, roots growing down through the floor, through concrete and soil, into bedrock, anchoring you in something solid, something eternal, something that doesn't change, while everything above shifts and flows. Your energy field expands, aura growing wider, more luminous, more coherent. As stress patterns dissolve, your chakras begin to align, spinning with their natural frequencies, no longer blocked by emotional armor, no longer constricted by old wounds, open and flowing like flowers in spring. Your meridians clear, energy pathways that were obstructed by tension now flowing freely, like rivers after a dam breaks, carrying healing currents to every corner of your being, washing away debris of accumulated stress. Your aura stabilizes, becoming more defined, more coherent, less porous to external influences, more able to maintain its integrity, while still remaining open to love, to beauty, to joy, to all the positive energies that want to support your well-being. Your electromagnetic field harmonizes with the Earth's natural frequencies, Schumann resonances that pulse at 783 Hertz, matching your brain's alpha waves, creating resonance, creating entrainment, creating perfect synchronization between your inner and outer environments. You can feel the boundary between self and world becoming more permeable, not in a vulnerable way, but in a connected way, like a cell membrane that knows what to let in and what to keep out, selectively permeable, wisely discerning. You begin to remember who you really are, beneath all the roles, beneath all the conditioning, beneath all the accumulated stress. There's something essential, something unchanging, something perfectly at peace that was never disturbed, even during the most difficult times, even when everything seemed to fall apart. This core of stillness remained untouched, unmoved, unshaken, like the eye of a hurricane, surrounded by chaos, but perfectly calm. You touch this place now, not with your fingers, but with your awareness, with your deepest knowing, with that part of you that never changes, never ages, never dies. Your breathing has become so slow now that each inhale seems to last forever, and each exhale even longer, time itself stretching to accommodate this depth of relaxation, of peace, of return to your true nature. Your heart beats with the rhythm of the universe, slow, steady, sure. You are exactly where you need to be, exactly who you need to be, doing exactly what you need to do, which is nothing except be, except rest, except heal. The world continues to spin. People continue their busy lives. Clocks continue ticking. But here, in this bubble of perfect stillness, time has stopped, not literally, but experientially, subjectively, which is the only time that matters, the time of your direct experience. This moment contains all moments, all possibilities, all potential, folded into itself, like a fractal, infinitely complex, infinitely simple. You can feel the interconnectedness of all things now, not as a concept, but as a lived reality. Your body connected to the air around it, connected to the ground beneath it, connected to the sky above it, connected to every other living being, through invisible threads of relationship, through shared breath, through common origin, through mutual dependence. You are not separate, never were, never could be, from the web of existence, from the flow of life, from the source of all being. Your individual identity remains intact, but now you understand. It's like a wave understanding. It's also the ocean, distinct and unified at the same time. Paradox resolved in the simplicity of this moment of pure being. Your thoughts have settled now, like sediment in still water, leaving the surface perfectly clear, reflecting reality without distortion, without the ripples of mental agitation, without the waves of emotional turbulence, just stillness, just clarity, just presence. You can see yourself clearly now, not through the lens of past trauma, not through the filter of future anxiety, but as you truly are. Right now, complete, whole, perfect, lovable, worthy, deserving of peace, deserving of rest, deserving of love, the love you've been seeking outside yourself is right here, has always been right here, waiting for you to stop, to look, to recognize, to accept, to embrace your own divinity, your own perfection, your own completeness. You don't need to become anything different. You don't need to achieve achieve anything more. You don't need to fix anything broken, because nothing is broken. Nothing is missing. Nothing is wrong. You are exactly as you should be, exactly where you need to be, exactly when you're supposed to be here, in this moment of perfect alignment, of perfect grace, of perfect love. The tension you were holding, the stress you were carrying, the worry you were nurturing, none of it was real. None of it was necessary. None of it was permanent. It was just a habit, a pattern, a reflex that served a purpose once, but no longer does. So you release it, not with force, but with gratitude. Thank you for protecting me. Thank you for trying to help. But I don't need you anymore. I am safe now. I am loved. I am whole. I am enough. I am home. The images drift away like clouds dissolving in a calm sky, leaving behind nothing sharp or demanding, just the quiet weight of stillness settling over you. You don't have to hold on to anything now. Nothing needs your attention except this moment, this breath, this deepening calm. Let your eyelids grow heavy like velvet curtains, closing slowly, not because they must, but because it feels so good to let them. There's no rush here, no reason to stay awake if sleep is calling softly, and there's no shame in letting go of thoughts, of plans, of small worries that never really mattered anyway. Everything can wait, because right now you are exactly where you need to be, safe inside this gentle hush, where time moves like honey, slow enough for your heart to remember how to relax. Your shoulders don't need to carry anything anymore. Your mind doesn't need to solve anything. Just let the rhythm of your breathing guide you deeper. Each exhale, a little more release. Each inhale drawing in calm, like cool air after rain. Imagine yourself sinking into something soft, not falling, but gently descending into layers of warmth that wrap around you like a familiar embrace. This isn't sleep yet. It's something even better. A space between waking and dreaming, where healing happens quietly beneath the surface, where every part of you gets the rest it's been asking for. You might notice a subtle hum, not loud or intrusive, but steady, deep, like the sound of earth itself breathing. That hum isn't separate from you. It flows through you, around you, carrying with it all the things you've forgotten how to carry lightly. Regret, tension, old stories that no longer serve you. They dissolve into the resonance, not violently, but naturally, as though they were never meant to stay. You don't have to push them away. You don't have to understand why they're gone. Just trust that the process knows what it's doing. Your body has been waiting for this, for permission to slow down completely, to reset, to restore, to remember what wholeness feels like. Let your awareness soften too. No need to analyze or question. Just let the sensations wash over you like waves on a distant shore. Warm, rhythmic, constant, and utterly without demand. You may feel lighter already, as though some invisible weight has lifted from your chest, from your brow, from the space between your shoulder blades. This is real. This release, this relief, this growing sense of being truly cared for. The resonance continues, whether you hear these words or not. It doesn't depend on understanding, on focus, or effort. It simply moves through you, doing its quiet work, realigning what was out of sync, soothing what was restless, filling what felt empty. Think of it like a river, calm and sure, flowing through valleys of tension, around stones of stress, always moving forward, always carrying what needs to go, always bringing what's needed next. And you are floating in it, not struggling, not resisting, just resting in the current, letting it take you where you need to go, even if you can't see the destination, even if you don't need to know. Trust comes easily here because everything feels safe. This peace isn't temporary. It's not something you borrow or earn. It lives within you, waiting patiently behind the noise of daily life, behind the chatter, the lists, the small urgencies that pull at your attention. Here, in this space, it reveals itself again, not because you did something right, but because you allowed yourself to stop, to come home to the quiet center inside you, where everything is already whole, where everything is already enough, where love exists without condition, where rest is not a luxury, but a birthright, where healing begins not with effort, but with surrender. You might feel your heartbeat slowing, not forced, but natural, like a lullaby written in muscle and bone. Your nervous system finally getting the message that it's okay to stand down, that protection is no longer necessary, that you are held completely, gently, unconditionally. Let your limbs grow heavier, not because they must, but because it feels like coming back to yourself, like remembering a posture you once knew by heart, a way of being that requires nothing from you except presence, and even that is given freely, not demanded. This is your sanctuary, not built from walls or words, but from intention, from the choice to step away from chaos, from the courage to say, I am worthy of this stillness. I deserve this care. To now, as the edges of awareness begin to blur, as thoughts fade into whispers, as breath becomes deeper, slower, more effortless, know that the resonance remains, even when the voice fades, even when the words stop. It keeps working, quietly, faithfully, like a tide that never leaves the shore. This is not the end, but a doorway, a threshold you can return to anytime, whenever you feel scattered, whenever you feel lost, whenever you simply want to remember who you are beneath all the doing, beneath all the becoming, just being. Like a favorite blanket folded at the foot of your bed, always there, soft, familiar, ready whenever you need it, or like a door that's never locked, opening inward, leading always to this same place, this same feeling, this same knowing that you are loved, that you are safe, that you belong. No matter what happens outside, no matter how loud the world becomes, this peace moves with you, lives in you, waits in you, ready to welcome you back whenever you choose to return, whenever you remember that stillness is always possible, Now, let the last of the words drift away like petals on a breeze. Let your body follow, your mind, your spirit, all sinking into the deep comfort that waits for you. Not because you have to, but because it feels like coming home. Peace. Close your eyes. The quiet knows your name.